Hello, and welcome to Fixing My Faith. My name is Vern. I was a Jehovah's Witness for 30 years. I share my journey and my healing process. I research the Bible, I give my opinion, and I share the latest up-to-date JW news around the world. I love your comments. Welcome to the channel. Welcome back. Well, do we ever have some exciting news for those of you that are PMO, still going into the org? Perhaps those that are family members that were disfellowshipped for years and years and years. You can now go back and people can talk to you. It's a conscience matter. Sisters can wear slacks. Brothers, you don't even have to wear a jacket. You can get rid of the jacket and you can get rid of the tie. And you can go out in service, you can go to the meetings, and you can go to the assembly. If you want, you can put a jacket on. We'll read it. You see, folks, there's a lot of changes going on in the organization this year, like within 12 months. Why? It's because of the pressure, the constant pressure. And if you're an apostate, you're a creator, you're online, you're an apostate, well, there's no breaks for you, no breaks for us. We have to repent. We're going to hear it. We're not going to listen to the whole broadcast. We're going to listen to a little bit of it. And turn my lights down here. Just, woo. So, it's still kind of bright, hey? Oh. Adjust my thing a little bit here, the camera. There we go. Okay, so let's get into this. Shun No More 2024. It's working, folks. Shun No More 2024. It's becoming manifest. You know, we've been talking about this now for a few months, but it's not because of that. These guys have been looking at this. Let's look at them. Let's get him up in the screen here. This is Mark Sanderson. You'd never recognize him. Like, he looks 100 times better with the beard. Just a different guy. And he speaks differently. He's speaking like a representative, not like a spiritual leader. You know how spiritual leaders, they're inspired? You see, these guys announced in 2023 they're no longer inspired, or they're not inspired. We're not inspired, and we're not going to apologize. So do you see what's happening here, folks? They don't want to take accountability for the crap that the former governing body allowed and all the other ones started. They want to kind of go back to Russell a bit. He wasn't really getting sued too hard, or no one was shutting him down as a religion. He wasn't doing any real stupid stuff. They were doing Christmas. I can see Christmas and everything being conscientious coming up here. Really quick. There was some speculation at the Norway trial. And this is speculation, folks, because nothing can be put in writing. You see, if they hire an outside consultant, a worldly consultant, and say, look, our religion's broken, how can we fix it? You see, the Catholic religion had to do that. They had to fix their religion. And the consultant said, you got to go around, and that's what their lawyer, Matt Haverstick, he said that publicly. You have to go and apologize. That's the first step. So, folks, we haven't seen that yet with this organization, but New Zealand is putting a lot of pressure on them. Lots of pressures happening down there for apology. And we ran a series of articles here, videos. So if you're in New Zealand, there is a deadline. Perhaps today. Get your story in. It's very important in New Zealand. The apology is so important. The apologies aren't happening yet. But you see, if you were to throw this all on the Jehovah's Witnesses, all like that, and just read a letter, in my opinion, they should just be honest. And they should just get up and say, look, guys, we kind of woke up here a bit. We lost in Norway. We thought Jehovah was going to do it for us, but 9 Russian brothers went into prison yesterday. Or today. Was that this morning? 9 more brothers. in Russia. They don't need to go to prison. It's not necessary. They can change the rules in this religion overnight, and they're doing it. So the consultants are telling them, you got to do that, and they're doing it. Now, if they were to do it all, they want to do it and make themselves look good, kind of. That's what they're trying to do here. Again, I say just be honest and say, look, the other guy's screwed up. We've got a lot of blood guilt on our hands. Blood has to be conscientious. That's the next thing. So we got to keep pushing. We have a letter campaign here, live at 1 p.m. today, if you get to see this video before then. It's a massive letter campaign, all done for us by someone out there. We're going to show you. Very easy to do. Okay, well, let's get on with this. Let's see what Mark Sanderson says.
The sacrifice of Jesus, Jehovah arranged to cover the sins of all who would exercise faith and repent. Such ones can live forever. So it's not surprising that throughout the Bible record, we find Jehovah appealing to sinners to repent. He urges those who had strayed from true worship to return. This is in harmony with Romans 2, verse 4, which says,
Okay, so he's going to read a bunch of scriptures. I'll link the video. If you guys want to watch the whole thing, you can. Now, this next part's really interesting. It's a little video. I like how they do the videos. I'm just going to play it. And you can greet Disfellowship people. They did a beautiful video. Here it is.
A congregation meeting. Under our current arrangement, we don't say a greeting to individuals who've been removed from the congregation. However, the governing body has decided that publishers can use their Bible-trained conscience to decide whether to give a simple greeting and welcome a disfellowshipped individual who attends a congregation meeting.
Hi. So good to see you here.
Thank you.
While we wouldn't have an extended conversation or socialize with such a person, we do not need to ignore him completely.
So that's interesting. You can now talk to someone at the meeting that's disfellowshipped. And that's a big change. You could never do that before. Now, they're talking about socializing. They're saying you might not want to socialize with them, but I'm sure if you broke the rules, you'd get away with it. No one's going to disfellowship you over socializing now. So you sit down with the person and, you just keep it really quiet. You wouldn't advertise it. You wouldn't do it in public. But the rules are changing, folks. It starts somewhere, and this is where it starts. They do go on to talk about apostates. You still can't talk to us because we're evil. And, it makes sense. They don't want us taking you away from the congregation. They want to build their numbers. That's what they're trying to do. So they're trying to build it and get the disfellowship people back in. And also, they're being challenged in courts, with their exclusion policy. Can't even talk to people. They come to your church and you can't talk to them. That's nonsense. You see, so there's a lot of pressure being put upon this organization to make these changes. And they quote a bunch of scriptures. But here's the finality of it. It's the letter. And I'll just put that on next.
As we work to implement these arrangements that reflect his love and mercy. Before we conclude, the governing body has asked me to read the following announcement. The governing body has decided that sisters may choose to wear slacks when participating in the ministry and when attending Christian meetings, assemblies, and conventions. If a sister chooses to wear slacks on such occasions, they should not be casual, but dignified, modest, and appropriate. When a sister has a part on the program, she should wear a skirt or a dress, if that is the standard of dress in that land. Of course, Some sisters may choose to wear a skirt or a dress even when they do not have a part on the program. In addition, brothers may choose not to wear a tie or a jacket when participating in the ministry and when attending Christian meetings, assemblies, and conventions. If a brother chooses not to wear a tie or a jacket on such occasions, he should dress in a manner that is appropriate, modest, and dignified, not casual. When a brother has a part on the program, he should wear a tie and a jacket, if that is the standard of dress in that land. Of course, some brothers may choose to wear a tie or a jacket even when they do not have a part on the program. When visiting Bethel, it would be appropriate for brothers to wear a tie and a jacket, and for sisters to wear a skirt or a dress, if that is the standard of dress in that land. We love you all very much.
We love you all. From the world headquarters of apostate... No. Okay, well, that's it. Lots of changes. Slacks, no ties, throw away the tie, throw away the jacket. Isn't that a lot better for the field ministry? I think so. I think it makes a lot of sense. You know, it's now you have what looks like not so formal, but people coming to your door that are like a family, more relaxed looking. Huge changes. And who knows, this is making it easier for people. I think it's because of the courts, what's going on in the world. Everyone's looking at this religion. It has to make changes. So what happens? They're making changes. Look at Mark Sanderson in the picture. He's wearing a beard. He's smiling. He looks like an altogether different guy. He doesn't look so stern, so strict. It softened his look. Could you imagine if he was up there? Well, they won't give talks. You still have to give talks with a jacket and a tie on, in respect. And that makes sense for any organization. But one of the telltale signs that you were in a cult is, oh yeah, now you can wear a beard. Like, come on. Someone has to tell you when you have to shave and when you don't have to shave. And then someone has to tell you how to dress. You see, a brother couldn't be at the assembly. You had to have this suit on and this tie all the time, and you'd be at these hot assemblies and meetings. But now you can just take that all off. You don't need it. If you're not giving a talk, just throw on a shirt and go to the meeting. You don't have to get all dressed up. You're not giving a talk. Or handling mics. Probably if you're handling mics, you'd probably have to have a jacket and tie out of respect for the privilege. So that's all we have for you, folks. This religion is making a lot of changes, and it's going to continue to make changes. I don't know how they're going to roll out some of these, like a blood policy change and say it's conscientious. I don't know. How are they going to roll stuff like that out? The apology that's necessary right now, how are they going to roll that out? It's going to cost them at least $3 billion when they make that apology. It's what it cost the Catholic Church in 2008, and they're still paying out. Dioceses are gone broke. They've sold them off. Watchtower's doing the same thing. They're selling off properties right now, paying out legal fees, selling off assembly halls, and congregations are shrinking, so they're moving people together. They have to do something. Their ship is sinking. There's so much bad publicity. But for a Jehovah's Witness, this is good publicity. This is like, wow. We'll be looking forward to hearing your comments on these changes to see what your thoughts are. And we'll keep bringing them forward as they come. Well, thanks again, folks. And that brings an end to our program today. And until next time, keep living your life with love. Bye for now. Thanks again for watching. We appreciate your comments, your dislikes, and your likes. If you would like to support the channel, just press join and buy us a coffee once a month. Until next time, keep dancing, smiling, laughing, and most of all, keep loving those around you. Have a great day.
Produced by Fixing My Faith.